majorities, essentially close to 2-to-1 majorities, and that the next country in the world to legalise voluntary euthanasia should be the Netherlands' neighbour, Belgium, and the only other country where a majority of the inhabitants speak what is effectively the same language as the Netherlands and can read the Dutch newspapers. In other words, of all the countries in the world, the one you would expect to be best informed on the state of practice of voluntary euthanasia in the Netherlands is Belgium. And that has been the next country to follow that example, and again, by a strong margin, just in the last week or two, the upper house completed the legalisation of voluntary euthanasia on similar lines in the Netherlands. Why is this? The reason why it is because, in fact, the citizens of these countries believe that this is giving them the choice that they want to have when they come near the end of their lives. They've seen it in practice, they've known people, relatives or friends, who've used it, and they want it for themselves. In terms of the statistics that Dr. Cameron mentioned, it's true that the government conducted surveys into the number of cases of non-voluntary euthanasia carried out in the Netherlands, and it's true that it found a certain number of cases. Did it find that there were more such cases than in any other country? No, it did not. It did not because there has not been comparable research in any other country, including this country. Together with some colleagues, I attempted to carry out comparable research in Australia. It wasn't easy to do because doctors had to be more secretive about what they were doing, but the not totally conclusive research we carried out suggested that there was more non-voluntary euthanasia going on in Australia than there is in the Netherlands, although voluntary euthanasia is not legal in Australia. The same would be true of this country. Now, in fact, when Dr. Cameron talks of thousands of cases of non-voluntary euthanasia, most of those cases are cases that do happen here. They are cases of doctors who are withdrawing life support knowing that that will end the patient's life and giving doses of morphine where the patient is in pain knowing that that will shorten the patient's life. Those are things, in fact specifically the last one, that Dr. Cameron himself supports, and yet he is including those in the statistics. Or if he's not including them, then the answer is that there are not thousands of such cases. There are perhaps in the whole of the Netherlands about 1,000 each year, and those cases are overwhelmingly patients whom the doctors believed had less than 24 hours to live and who were no longer competent to make requests about their future. So I don't think that there is, in fact, any sign of a slippery slope in the Netherlands or a situation that is in any way worse from the point of view of people being put to death against their will than is the case in the United States.